Hey guys, welcome back. It's Grimreaper for another video for Raidshadowlegends. Today we are gonna go over another team for Hydra, and we're gonna look at Mr. Aqua. Oh, sorry, well I forgot how to pronounce his name, but anyway, we're gonna go back over him today for Hydra and just see what we can do with him. And we did take him into Brutal this time, and a bit more free-to-play team. We do use nekmo, but nekmo is a guaranteed champion, and can be replaced by a few champions. So we'll get into his kit shortly and show you the build there. Everything else is free-to-play. Epics and Pythian is the only fusion in there. So, and the only legendary other than himself and nekmo. So let's get into the run, let's play the run, enjoy the music, and I'll be back with the builds and stuff like that. Okay, so before I show you the builds and stuff like that, I'm going to show you the gear. And before I show you the gear, we're going to talk about replacements and jobs and stuff like that. So we'll start with Nekmo. Nekmo is probably the most difficult one here to replace. It does bring a speed lead, extra turn, stuff like that. So any champion really with a turn meter boost or anything like that, I feel will be a very good replacement. But he's not really needed in his team because Samuel kind of does all the work. But bearing in mind, if you have Samuel in here, you kind of want to see Tormund popping out quite frequently to give you that turn meter slot and to make sure that you benefit from having Inquisitor Samuel in here much as possible. We do get quite a bit of damage and do get a bit of bad RNG towards the end of the run. I do feel like we could have done more towards 90 million with a bit better RNG, but right now it is what it is, and I feel like it's still fairly good result and stuff like that. So Nekmo is easily replaced. You could even bring in an extra DPS if you wanted, and then put them in the lead. Obviously archk can be replaced with multiple of DPS champions, but right now it is mainly about him. Everyone's got him and he is an amazing legendary. So again, he's not in the lead, could do way more damage. It's a shame he doesn't have like a speed aura or something like that, but then maybe I'm just being a bit too greedy. We don't have a blessing for him yet, so I do feel like when we do get like brimstone available, this is going to be way better and he will do significantly more damage with that as well. Bear in mind, just remember with Hydra you do need to have accuracy to land lower level brimstone from level 4 and down, so you do need to make sure that if you use on Python for example, there's no point putting brimstone on him because of that. So maybe something like Miracle or something like that, which will give you more destroyed HP back from DK or something useful like that if you will build Python specifically for that. My Python's for arena, so he's nothing special, he's just a bolster and that's about it with arena masteries. He's in here to bring block buffs, they bring a heal, a cleanse and a revive. That is easily replaceable, which we'll talk about shortly. Husk can be replaced with any DPS. I wouldn't bring Geo because it attacks AoE HP burn. I feel like you would waste Geo, but Raw Guards, the Dwarf Girl, Mishkati or whatever his name is, any DPS I feel would be a good fit. I brought in Husk just because of the provokes, just because if you do get DK, and as you see in the clip, we do click on DK just to try and lock him down much as possible with Husk. He is good affinity for Husk as well. Samuel is just kind of irreplaceable for what he does on his job. The closest with that is anyone with a AoE veil. So you could use champions like Raidshadowlegends, Duchess, Ironhide, anyone with a veil that can offer you the to make sure that you don't get intrude feared all the time. Also, you don't need to fill that role as well, because if you bring like AoE decreased speed, that will slow down the bosses as well, and that will give you the same effect as Nekmo, which kind of offers the same job and role as Samuel. And as well, if you're careful with your abilities and you're happy to do it on manual, you don't need to bring a veil, you don't need to bring Samuel, he just is crazy good. And at the end of the day, he is a void epic who was a guaranteed void epic. Yugo, kind of a little bit irreplaceable. There is a few upgrades from her though. So for example, we do have UK, who was a form fusion. He's terrific. I think he could be a little bit better as a option. So for example, if you brought in Mishkati here, who has defense down and hex etc. from Shadow King, you don't need a defense down then, and then you can replace her with UK, who will actually bring you a AoE, I think it's decreased accuracy and a block buffs as well as cleansing off any buffs that the champion has. Also another revive as well, with increased speed. You could also put him in a lead with that replacement for nekmo, and you can also replace Python in his role as well as the reviver, and stuff like that. So just bear in mind, Yuko, if you don't have a Veil or Samuel, she does bring a cleanse, and having multiple cleansers against Torment is nice to have. Pythion, nothing more said. I've gone over a few already. Duchess can replace him, Sifi can replace him, UK, who is a form of fusion, can replace him. There is multiple champions as well, like Ursula, who is a Void Epic, who can replace him. Raidshadowlegends as well, who will only bring you a single ability. Maybe Molly as well, who has a AoE provoke, and can lock down DK even more and give you a single revive. So there's multiple champions who can fit into this slot as well. So it's definitely an easy, accessible team that is free to play kind of issues. Every free to play also has legendaries, especially if they've been playing for the game for 2 years plus, they will have legendaries. So it is also to remember to take that into consideration. So let me show you the archk build, and we do have counter attack accessory here with accuracy and speed. We have critical damage with accuracy. We have HP with HP substats and looking for defense substats. Speed with critical rate and HP. Now if you do have refresh would be really good here as well. And a counter attack would be bad when you have no Samuel, so just bear that in mind. You will get feared more. And same for the masteries with Retribution. Relentless does really help as well to get a few extra turns. And you can see we've got critical rate, critical damage, damage, speed, and critical rate. Critical damage loves critical rate and HP substats, and triple accuracy, and again critical rate, critical damage. There, so that is something to take in mind. It's a really good build. These are the masteries, most important masteries. Life Drinker to give him extra heals when he's doing his nukes. Cycle of Violence is a really good mastery. Master Hexer to extend that HP burn, even if he can extend it. Law Steel for some extra stats, and then War Master down here as the tier 6 option. If you're using another content and you take Eagle Eye, just remember it's gonna take your stats away from him a little bit and his damage away from him, but it's still usable as well. So we've got nearly 70,000 HP, 2,400 defense, but we really want more HP than anything because obviously of the passive is his. 200 speed, fairly good. 247 critical damage, and then we also have 378. Let me go ahead and just put on the Hydra settings so you know that we have no extra bonuses from Hydra. Unfortunately, it is what it is at the moment. It's just in Spider and Finite where I've got extra stats, etc. So that's one champion. We will go over my Husk, and the Husk is in a 3-piece refresh. I will be saving refresh for archk as well. So we have a 3-piece refresh and relentless as well on Husk. So this will give us 109 critical damage, 209 critical damage, 109 critical rate, 240 speed, and 60,000 HP and 309 accuracy. So a very good build as well. We have accuracy, critical damage, and HP. Speed, critical rate, HP, critical rate, speed, critical damage, speed, critical rate, critical damage, and triple speed, critical rate and critical damage, and speed and critical rate and accuracy. So again, these are the masteries. We're coming in here for a bit of extra masteries. Again, I should change these masteries a little bit because Eagle Eye is kind of pointless, and we'll take Cycle of Violence, but right now they do the job, so I won't be changing them just yet. So we will go into my Samuel build and how did he do 5,000 5 million damage. We've got attack with attack substat. We have critical damage, looking for whatever. Blood shield, just generally to give him extra buff, so he does more damage. He will ignore 100% critical. He will ignore 100% defense if you have enough on him. And then we have speed with critical rate and accuracy, attack with critical rate, critical damage and critical rate, critical damage, critical rate, critical damage and attack substat, and critical damage, speed and critical rate. So the stats on him are 105, 315 and 4444, and these are the masteries. Again, quite basic. Again, it's okay to have Retribution on him because of his passive, and it will have a it's Deterrence, who has a 1-turn cooldown on them. So again, Life Trinket and Cycle of Violence being really cool for that A3. A really strong build on him. Again, War Master here, nothing special here. We do have Spirit Haste just to get around the heals and the revive if I'm lucky enough to time it well. We have a double refresh and relentless peace. So all I'm looking for here is critical rate, HP, defense, good speed and good accuracy. Everything else is just a bonus. So we've got HP with accuracy here, a HP ring with defense and flat defense, and speed with accuracy, HP with speed on with accuracy, defense with HP and speed on. Now if you use accuracy chest, that's fine, just make sure you take a defense or HP banner to kind of support you on that. Speed and HP here, speed and accuracy, and speed and accuracy. This build is really old, it does a trick, I'm not going to change it. So yeah, overall we are running 3 champions in Relentless, but you know what, this is endgame, and welcome to endgame, baby, because this is what it is. This is super endgame gear, and this was what gives me easy life, but I have worked hard. I don't buy Relentless sets. I don't even think you can buy them that much unless you go for the shard events, and obviously I have stopped spending so much. So yeah, obviously we just got HP, good defense and good speed on him, nothing special. Again, like I said, it's arena build, so nothing special here. Good speed, good defense and good HP, and then masteries are like that, so he will soak up a little bit of that damage as well, which is okay. You know, he doesn't really do any damage anyway, so even if he has War Master, he doesn't really benefit from that. Let me just check if I've got all the champions in there for you. Okay, so we didn't go over Nekmo. So Nekmo, again, really old build. You know what could possibly be... okay, bear with me a second. Playroom has... there we are. I was on the video. And then let's go with Nekmo very quickly. So we have a 3-star Brimstone, which I recently got yesterday on stream when we have the Soul Pack. These are the masteries. So again, very basic. Cycle of Violence to try and get a cooldown in the A2 or the A3. And then Life Trinket. You just bring an AoE Leech, that helps. And we have got Hexa to extend that decreased speed if we can. Or the Leech as well, and then a War Master tier 6. This guy is just making quick, good accuracy, much refresh as possible. Even Relentless would be really good, and yeah, we do have a mix of resistance and accuracy, because I used to use them in other things, and also mainly as a mischief tank, because I used to put blood shield on him. So that's also another good option for you. If you put that on, then that makes it quite good. We do have a 3-star blessing on him now, so this will give me a 30% chance of landing Brimstone, and it also will give me 5,000 extra HP, which is extra tanky, which is amazing, right? And stuff like that. So there we are, got chat. There is everything. There is a team, a very strong team, and hopefully you guys enjoy this as well. Please let me know down in the comments below what setting, what do you normally farm, like hard, normal, brutal or nightmare, and what videos interest you more within Hydra, or any champions you'd like me to see and test with Hydra, or any champions I'm sleeping on as well. I will be working on multiple teams and champions now. So next rotation we're gonna look at Molly, Kandra, and all these champions that will be really fun to play with and try to get the best of them as well. So yeah, there we are guys. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe to the channel. It does really help support the channel, and I will see you on the next video, which will be on Thursday or Wednesday. Till then, peace.